All right, good day to everybody. So, um, in 2014, I have failed to annotate seven. I think it's seven. It could actually be six games from my um, tournament career, I guess, that year. I think that was 2014 was kind of my breakout year. Maybe it was 2013, but this tournament, the Las Vegas, Nevada Late Bird, is one of the well, this is the gold mine that I'm looking for in all my old score sheets. And I've actually managed to find two out of the five games from this tournament to annotate. So I'm really excited to bring those to you, despite the tournament having not gone well for me. I went 2-2-1, which is as middling as it can get, pretty much. And this first game I played against Paul Terry was not very good at all. I took a small look at it. I can give you a little brief look at the score sheet. Um, but yeah, it looks horrible. It's going to be hard for me to uh, figure out exactly what was played, but I'm sure you guys will be patient as you always are when I go through these games. But yeah, really finding these two games really exciting. Reliving them, exciting in some ways, maybe not so exciting in others because of how disappointed I might be with my misses and all the like. But this was my this is the path that led me here. Just playing games, seeing what mistakes I made, trying to get more consistent over time, trying to get better, trying to learn more words, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I also mentioned I think in my last game that the uh, the one tournament game that was left for me to annotate from the Lake George tournament, that was just the last video, I'm pretty sure. It actually wasn't the only game from that tournament that I didn't annotate. There's one more game against Robin Pollock Daniel that isn't out there, and I'm not sure if I annotated it or not, but I'll be looking for that one as well. So, anyways, let's get started here with this game against Paul Terry. I'm first. Um, I open with Lumpy because I didn't know the word Glumpy. So that is a bad miss to start things off. I think wasn't 100% sure of Plumy. So Lumpy definitely not the best play. Takes the G. We know the G is the worst tile. I hate the G. I didn't like the G back then either. So getting some more points for it, 4 more points for the G, not leaving it with the terrible V as well is worth uh 7 points. I mean, it's worth 10 points minus four, so that's not seven, that's six. I think I can do math. So yeah, just unloading the G is worth 6 points. So if Glumpy scored 32, so I have a valuation of 27.3. But I played Lumpy, and yeah, probably paid the price. Knowledge saddest. Um, Paul plays Zin, 28. Um, I find a good play. I think it took me a while to find this play. It's a hard word to find, but vocab, I mean, I wrote it down on the rack. By far the best play. Um, and Paul plays Lording for 18 through that O. Um, and yeah, that's that's what happened, right? Hold on a sec. 104. How did I? Huh. Yeah, I'm already at a like weird situation here. So it says I played OKE keeping ENGS uh for 38. It was 28. This is a weird thing. 38. I wonder how that could be. Because vocab was right. Lording was. Oh, okay. He actually, okay. Wait. He bingoed. Okay. He didn't score 18, he scored 68. Ah, I see. Okay, so you played Lording for 68. I thought it said 18. All right, and here I played OKE. I probably should play Geek actually. But I kept the G again. Um, yeah, I think Geek might be a bit better. The ENGS is better leave, but I mean, this gives a little bit more back. Oh, but it sets up a lane. Yeah, so this sets up a bingo lane. Geek does not really. I mean, it sets up ski, which is sort of a lane. Glib doesn't take an S. So I don't have an S lane right now. Yeah, so maybe creating the lane makes the most sense. I mean, the game is pretty much equal here, because my rack is pretty decent, and I'm about to take a small lead, so I don't need to create a lane, but it's good to be a little bit aggressive. Look, our next turn we bingo a lot more after Oak, but our opponent also has much better numbers because a lot of their 7-letter words are going to fit, um, and overlaps are easier as well to make, not only at H1 but also on the E column, I think. Um, yeah, because ED words now fit, ES words now fit, EE even. I mean, EE already fit. Yeah, EDES. And when you put geek on the board, it's a little bit harder to overlap the G and the O. So you're a bit more restricted there. But yeah, the S would fit anyway. So the ED, I don't know, that doesn't change much. But yeah, he's scoring a lot more. Mainly, I guess, because he's been going more. So yeah, this is a very interesting choice. I decided to go for a bit more of an aggressive stance, and actually, come to think of it like this. Um, Questionable could have played geek instead. But yeah, very very close. And these are two plays that have different, basically quite different plans. But my plan here was to try and bingo and get a nice lead. Now, Paul Phonies here, uh, with E taped, and I held him. It's like, why would he play this? Like this doesn't look like a word, but maybe it's some weird 6-letter word. Like, really, I wouldn't know this. Anyways, at that point in 2014, I had a bit more trust, I think, in, I guess, more experienced opponents' word knowledge that they wouldn't play something like this, which may or may not be true. Sometimes when I went with my gut, I got uh, a sore reward of losing my turn, and it was only an 18-point play, so I didn't think that it was such a big deal to challenge this. But it's not a word. Um, and yeah, held and released, knowledge, saddest. So I let him get away with that. I just didn't understand why he would play that if it wasn't a word. Um, Here I had festing. I think the other thing here was that I wasn't sure if festing was a word, so I wasn't sure if he had blocked me either. Um, so that also went into my, like, not knowing what was right in this position, because I could very well have challenged off E-taped and then like played festing, which I'm pretty sure is not a word. But here I think I saw feltings or leftings, and I didn't think these were at all words. I did not see finest, which is very gorgeous. Fig is an idea, and then there's fog, and I was like, okay, let's go straight for the bingo here. Um, yeah, this is a fish. I don't think I would make this fish today. I mean, I would play feltings because I know that's a word now, but I didn't know back then. What I've seen finest, probably. Yeah, I mean, finest is just too many points. The score is pretty even. The bingo lanes on the board are not good unless you have an R for retaped. So I played Fog to create another bingo lane because I didn't want to fish unnecessarily. So I think Fog is probably better than Fig because Fig just keeps, I mean, sets up a scoring spot that doesn't usually give back a bingo lane. It keeps bingo tiles scoring 10 more points, but it keeps the NST, which is like pretty much going nowhere on this board. So probably Fog is better than Fig, but I mean they're close because of the 10-point difference. But yeah, just scoring points here would have been a lot better. 2E Feltings, Knowledge Saddest, and H1 Finest Finding Large. Yeah, 48 points, just too much here, even though you're keeping a G. Anyways, I fished, and Paul immediately responds with Hetaera, and I'm just like, what the hell just happened? Oh my goodness. Little did I know this was all my fault. Yeah, here outlines Illusions, 2 options. Maybe Illusions is safer. Yeah, why didn't I play Illusions? Did I miss it? I wonder what I was thinking, because this creates so much more danger at H1 and at 1A. Maybe I was like, oh, I'm creating 2 scoring spots rather than just like 1-ish with the Illusions. It's a lot harder to hit this spot. Also a lot harder to hit the 1A spot, but it's just a better play. Like he gets first crack at the huge spots after outlines, so it just doesn't make sense. I don't know if I saw Illusions. I imagine I did. I don't remember if I had really learned my high probs back then. But yeah, let's call this small. Even though they score the same, the difference is quite notable in what it gives back. Almost 5 points. So yeah, definitely not correct. He just plays hub easy 45. And I actually don't draw into anything here, uh, as as I didn't really deserve to. But yeah, here I wasn't sure if Hetaiere. I wanted to play Fave, but I wrote down on my score sheet Hetaiere and crossed it out because I just wasn't sure. Yeah, Fave would have probably been better. Instead, I played Fava. Where did I play Fava? Um, yeah, I played it here in the more sensible spot. Okay, good. I mean, playing it here, there's some merit to it, but if he takes this scoring spot, like I'm just doomed. So yeah, it's better to play it here. Let's call this a knowledge small. He plays join, just continues to pile on the scoring. And at least I draw into a bingo of Renets. Play it. 69, nice. Actually, it wasn't 69. I'm so sorry, everybody. The S was blank. Drew the blank. Oh, which makes, yeah, Hetaiere plays even better. Knowledge small. Right. So another mistake. Have I made the correct play? Yeah, I made the correct play with vocab and maybe with oak. Okay, not terrible. He plays cat. I scored 29. Was this it? I think I played with Fogey. Yeah, I played Rye and Fogey, which I don't know. I thought maybe the score was close enough, maybe that I didn't need to. I wanted to block and try and outplay him on a closed board or something. But I do have an S for Fogs, so it's kind of interesting that I played this rather than maybe something else that leaves the S hook open. So let's call this questionable, because I am behind, but this scored decently. I'll play his re. Oh no, he doesn't. He plays D. That's all I know about his rack. And here I just, yeah, to my CUSI, I drew I U, I think. No. C-U-S-I. Oh, I-I-E. Yeah. So this is really bad. I should probably exchange, but I instead played 2E, trying to set my S up now after I've closed my S hook down, sort of admitting that I messed up. Um, yeah, this play only scores 3 points. It keeps two eyes, but the idea is trying to set myself up to bingo. But yeah, this is quite bad. Eek. Should exchange. I think I need to exchange here and just worry about opening things later. If I need to, which I probably will need to, but TUI, yeah, that's not a play you like to see. Um, Paul plays tug here for 16, yes, with joint. And I play iced. So I actually drew two nice consonants, but I still can't really do much. Play iced, try and set something up maybe. Maybe try and come back. Um, Paul plays off his X. What did he do? Played axe for... No, he played AY. Okay. Played AY for 16. Where could he have done that? No, he didn't. He must have played AX. Aha. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. Um, this is what appears that he played. Maybe he had the last E. Yeah, I think his idea was he had the last E for axe. So this is actually very sneaky. I mean, I guess it wasn't sneaky, but it was a very nice way to set himself up if indeed he did have the last E. Because he doesn't have to have anything big there. That'll be there pretty much for the rest of the game for him to work with. And maybe he also had the blank when he did that. And so after that play, I was just like, oh my God, I am in trouble. Best I can do, I think, was play OW. Um, I don't know. I thought maybe he would get stuck with. I mean, these letters are so good. Yeah, this is a really tough position. Hold on, let me save the game and yeah, Vegas 2014. Let me run championship player, see what it wants to do here, because this is very difficult position. I basically have to hope for the blank, I think, because he probably just has the E with axe at the very minimum. Probably also has the blank. It would have been interesting if you played axe here, actually, but then I could probably block it. But this sets up the E on the triple. So if you had both the E and the blank, that would have been an interesting idea as well. But the score, I guess, was pretty close. So if I do block, there's some worry that he might not be able to score enough. But yeah, I mean, in this position, I really needed a better rack to have a good chance. But based on my lack of exchanging on 2E, on maybe ride being a bit inaccurate to get rid of my R and get rid of my S hook, I got myself into some trouble. So yeah, suggestion of soil here. I guess it might complicate things. I might draw into some bingo in two spots. I don't really buy that. Soli is just Spores because it doesn't set up the S hook. And OW coming in there. Yeah, so I basically just had to hope that he missed. Um, that was what I think OW was about, just trying to create as many complications as possible and keep the score close. But he had the blank and he had a nice rack, and he had the E and he played aileron, and this was game over for me. His last tiles were this. I had IILPRSS and did not have. I almost had spirits to go out, but there's no T. But yeah, I mean LISIS. What am I really hoping for? I guess I could have drawn What could I even have drawn? I mean, I needed the blank, like maybe for Syelids. A blank gets Syelids. Maybe ME, but I'm not getting the E, so missile is not really happening. Anyways, let's ask championship player what to do. Uh, instead of lisps, it says I played. Hold on. Yeah, okay, I did play for 25. Okay, so I did play lisps. I just wrote down that I played lips. Um, and he played Moa's 22, gets my R and my I, and Paul wins 459 to 385. Okay, so yeah, this was definitely not a good start to the late bird tournament. I really just wanted to play some more Scrabble and maybe have a nice late bird, but unfortunately, yeah, fortunately, I definitely dropped the ball this game. My opening play had to know Glumpy. Um, then later on here, I needed to challenge this. This was a really, really bad mistake. I needed to know Feltings or at least find Finest. That would have been really nice. I needed to play Aleutians. I needed to play Fave. Rennett's was fine. Rye was probably fine. Tui, I probably should have exchanged, trying to get the blank. Iced was fine. OW, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of screwed. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, not a very well played game. I mean, not horrendous, but yeah, pretty bad. Um, and Paul gets the win, and that was his only win of the tournament. And four more games for me after this tough loss. Someone I thought I was probably gonna beat. And we'll see what happens in the second game or whatever game it is that I found. I don't know if it's the second game or not. You'll find out next time. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next episode.